And good evening, meteorologist Chris Smith here and meteorologist Dan Nyman. Good evening for Panhandle Weather Live at 6-ish.
04.
6:04.
A little bit of a slow start for us this evening, but of course we're on a rapid track now towards much better feels. I'm looking forward to Christmas and temperatures where I don't need to turn the heat on anymore.
Yeah, we are going to be up. We'll have a little cool down the end of the week, but you felt it today. It felt significantly better. Less wind and 10 degrees feels like about 30 degrees.
Yeah, it's definitely been an improvement. Of course, morning low temperatures still cool when you woke up this morning. We were dropping down well inside of the 30s in many locations. Inlet Beach down to 31-30 in Panama City. But notice as you got down towards places like Tyndall Air Force Base, Mexico Beach, Port St. Joe, Apalachicola, all holding on to temperatures above freezing. Different story though as you look inland. Crestview, that typical low spot in the Panhandle, down to 21 degrees. We started our day off in the mid-20s up towards the tri-state. Hard freeze for many up there. Now it's cold outside, just not as cold. Things starting to improve already as you look outside across Destin, Harbor Walk Village. Temperatures right there in the lower 50s. Dew point temperatures rising though, as you see a very light and variable wind outside right now. We're transitioning away from that stark and pretty cold north wind to what's going to eventually be an easterly and then a southeasterly flow working our way on in towards Thursday. So as you look across the area, not many beachgoers out there. Temperatures still probably have to come up about 10 degrees or so before we have more takers outside here in Florida. We are improving though with calm conditions. You can see that flagpole there not moving around at all. Live Doppler radar, of course, quiet across the Panhandle here. You don't see anything picking up there at the moment. Not a whole lot of cloud coverage to look out for across the southeast either. Temperatures, on the other hand, they improved today. You saw 60s as you got up towards Mariana, mid 60s towards Panama City. Destin, the one spot, held on to the 50s. Apalachicola, 56 degrees. Still feeling that chill a little more. And now as we work our way into this evening, temperatures slowly starting to cool a little more. You've got the mid 40s inland, and then we bounce between the upper 40s and still hold on to the 50s in a few locations. And that's pretty good improvement. 6, 7, 10 degrees warmer than this time last evening. Things are going to look a whole lot more impressive though as we get later on through the weekend and in towards early next week. Winds likely, like we talked about, still calm across the area with just a 3 to 4 mile per hour wind in some inland spots along Highway 20. So you're not going to deal with a whole lot of breezy conditions to add a wind chill factor out there. However, calm winds pretty ideal for cooling temperatures. You get that radiational cooling where temperatures drop a lot more efficiently. So tomorrow morning still going to drop temperatures down pretty quickly here through the overnight hours. And also with the calm winds, you could see some fog like you saw there down towards coastal Franklin County. And then as you get up into my neck of the woods here over towards Springfield and back towards parts of Panama City, really Callaway in towards Parker, tomorrow morning you could deal with some patchy dense fog. Keep an eye out for that as the calm winds help to facilitate that happening. Meanwhile, temperatures tonight cooling at first. Notice though with the moisture return we've been talking about, temperatures kind of settle here through the overnight hours. You're down to about the upper 30s to near 40 degrees in most locations. And then some spots, maybe temperatures just holding on to the mid to upper 40s where you've got that Gulf water influence. And of course, not as cool conditions as well. 30 still inland, not looking for a freeze though, of course, still getting into the festive spirit here, Chris, with the cool temperatures outside. There'll be a forgotten memory by the time the holiday actually comes, but it felt seasonal for a couple of days, at least if you're used to Christmases up north.
Yes, yeah, we're going to be talking flip-flop shorts and t-shirts, I think, as we head into Christmas week. So we got to get our Christmas spirit somehow, and one of those places, Danny Riles Real Estate in Bluntstown, where he has the bus that he takes you out to get into the Christmas spirit and take a look at all the lights there. Christmas lights brought to you by Danny Riles, as well as our friends at Coconut Creek Family Fun Park. Thank you very much for your support over the years. And you see, yeah, we got the peace sign on the bus. We have a nice display over there on Veterans Drive in Santa Rosa Beach. It's not just one house, there are multiple houses that are all decked out to get you into the Christmas spirit. That's just off of Highway 98 there into Santa Rosa Beach. Mill Creek Drive in Southport has a great light display there, and that one's set to music. You have to tune your radio to 87.9 to check that one out. And then meanwhile on Azalea Street over into Panama City, inflatables gone wild over there on Azalea Street. We appreciate you sending in that picture. And meanwhile, Bigfoot has made his way up onto James Way there in Panama City, just east of 231. We would love to see your light pictures and videos. You have homework this weekend. Snap some pictures and videos. Doesn't have to be your house, could be a neighbor's house, and submit them on our website at Christmas Lights at panhandleweather.com. So panhandleweather.com, Christmas Lights. And we got an interactive Google map right there. You can click the years on and off. We go back 10 years and then submit your light pictures down there at the bottom. Upload pictures or videos. We certainly appreciate it.
It's the best time of year. We haven't had to do much digging this year, though. Everybody's been very, very diligent about sending in where in the Panhandle their Christmas lights are.
We certainly appreciate it, but there's room for more, so keep them coming.
Certainly. It's my favorite time of year. It'll be a shame when Christmas comes and goes. Also coming and going, the cold temperatures. We, of course, mentioned the warmth, but haven't really mentioned, I think, at all tonight, the fact that we'll see more clouds tomorrow, maybe some rain in your neighborhood for Thursday.
Yes.
So, whole lot to talk about here. We'll join you in a
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota equipment. The #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. with professional grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right. All backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
Toyotathon is on at Panama City Toyota,
where you can get 1.99% APR on a new Camry and get $500 in holiday cash. Get 3.49% APR on a new Corolla and get $500 in holiday cash. Get 1.99% on a new Tacoma, plus $1,000 in holiday cash. And 1.99% on a new Tundra, plus you'll get $1,000 in holiday cash.
shake up your holidays at Toyotathon.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire, and how to control the flames. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Now, from your trusted team of meteorologists at Panhandle Weather, this is your evening forecast update.
And welcome back. Look at this gorgeous sunset this evening across the Panhandle. Our friend David Wesley on Panama City Beach. We look at that setting sun out there over across the Gulf. Hopefully you were able to take it in. And don't forget, you can always submit your pictures and videos in the Panhandle Weather app. It is easy peasy to do. You scan the QR code there, download the app, and there is a tile on the app that says submit pictures and videos. You click that, and it opens up a form. You put your name, your email, and then attach your picture or video, and it goes right into our computers, just like David Wesley did. He would tell you himself that it doesn't get much easier than that. Let's look outside. This is over into Destin this evening, looking at the daylight's faded away. Although the hours of the sunset continues to get later, it got down to 4:43, or was it 4:42? 4:42, and now it's back up to about 4:45. So now the mornings are continuing to get later as well. So we haven't crossed the barrier of longer days quite yet, but we're getting awfully close. So Destin's looking good, 52 degrees. Notice how light the winds are, 2 miles an hour. They've been setting up this stage throughout the day for a Christmas show over there at Baytown Wharf at Sandestin. Also, temperatures into the 50s there. And Dan pointed out how still it is. Flag not moving around a whole lot there at Pineapple Willie's. Saw Pineapple Willie's, by the way. He's getting like a brand new fancy digital sign. Times are a-changing here. Here's what's happening, our forecast headlines. More clouds for tomorrow. As we head into Thursday, showers and storms are becoming more likely, so rain chances going up. This weekend, cooler start, and then a warmer end to the weekend. So we'll have a brief cool down Friday into Saturday. Not significant, no freezing temperatures, but then it warms up in particular as we head into Sunday. So as Dan mentioned, for the rest of this evening, we'll drop down fairly quickly this evening, but then it really just levels off tonight, upper 30s to 40s across the northwest Florida. We're going to see a blanket of clouds to move in. So we're expecting mostly cloudy skies as we head into your Wednesday, and that will help keep temperatures a little bit milder tonight. And then as we move into the day on Wednesday, that southeasterly flow will continue to keep things on the warmer side as far as uptick in the temperatures. So today we're into the low to mid 60s for a lot of us. Tomorrow will probably be mid to upper 60s. As we have an east to southeasterly flow, you could see those winds blowing out of the east and southeast. Tomorrow morning we could see it briefly go northeasterly, but I want you to watch here towards the end. There's that southeasterly flow Wednesday night. Notice as we head into Thursday, the winds become a little bit stronger and get more southerly, and that's pumping in the moisture for this next weather maker on Thursday, which will bring with it a chance of some showers and thunderstorms across the Panhandle. So for this evening, Defuniak Springs, you're looking good. 40s expected over the next few hours for Christmas reflections, and obviously dry. We're not going to see much in the way of any frost. There's maybe a little frost up towards the Alabama border, and expecting to see temperatures into the 40s along the coastline. For the kids tomorrow, not a lot of sunshine, but we will see temperatures mainly into the 40s to start. Afternoon high temperatures should climb up, as I mentioned, looking pretty good, climbing up into the middle 60s. So high temperatures for tomorrow, mainly mid 60s, maybe a few upper 60s showing out across parts of our area. And then temperatures Thursday morning will start off into the 50s and even closer to 60 for some of the beach locations. Now the question is, on Thursday, we talk about some rainfall creeping into the forecast. And with more on that part of the forecast, meteorologist Dan Nyman is here.
Yeah, you can never have it perfect, of course, with our weather this time of year. We're going to be watching for showers and thunderstorms, or maybe more showers than thunderstorms, to arrive across the area sometime on Thursday, and it's not going to be a home run hit here as far as rain totals go. National Weather Service even putting out a graphic just a few short moments ago talking about just a 40% or so chance of rain totals getting above half an inch. So drought buster, probably not on the way for us here, but it'll be a welcome sight to see because it has been a little while since we've seen rainfall, and the chances, they are increasing for us seeing some showers or possibly a thunderstorm towards the coast over the course of Thursday itself. Radar, of course, quiet right now, just clouds returning through the evening hours tonight. Back west, though, some stronger thunderstorms taking shape through parts of Texas into Louisiana, even up towards southern Arkansas as well. That's just a marginal risk level 1 out of 5, which slowly shifts eastward and then extends towards the north as well. Big low pressure system starts to take shape as it moves east off the Rockies. Cold front in behind that. You'll see a warm front lifting through that area as well for tomorrow. So anywhere in this green shaded area has a chance of an isolated risk for a strong thunderstorm, perhaps some damaging winds within those storms, and maybe some hail with the cooler atmospheric temperatures above us sticking around. As we transition towards Thursday, notice another marginal risk through Kentucky and Tennessee, also stretching into the corners there of Missouri and down towards Arkansas as well. We see a general thunderstorm risk. So just a chance for a couple of rumbles of thunder out there, but severe weather does look unlikely at this time. Moisture returning, though, out of the south. So this is the big change. Of course, this weekend, big northerly winds, cold temperatures. Now, an onshore flow with that upper level system track stretching on through it. You got some decent wind shear in there. That's one of the reasons why tomorrow there is a chance for some severe weather. Look towards the north. There's the low we're talking about, and that shifting warm front towards the north as well. Some wintry precip wrapping around the southern and western side of this. And then, of course, you got all sorts of problems on the north side of that system, too. In the warm sector, though, ahead of the cold front, south of the warm front, an opportunity for some active weather, of course. So we'll be watching this region of the country, the northern part of the country, packed through parts of Wisconsin and towards Michigan. You've got this trough starting to dig through. Could see some winter weather there for us. We also see the trough eventually dig towards the south. This is Thursday into Friday, and a small shot of cold air will come on the backside of those rain chances once the front pushes through. But look ahead towards the week leading into Christmas. Well, we'll start to see a zonal pattern by Sunday. Then this ridge builds up. Eventually temperatures on the rise behind that. And we will settle into a much quieter, drier weather pattern with a lot of sunshine. So things are going to be looking pretty good outside of that brief rain chance for Thursday. And here's how things shape up. You got that front starting to take shape back towards the west. You see it sliding on in here. Out ahead of it, a couple of showers, a couple of thunderstorms taking shape. Here's the evening hours Thursday. Bit of a broken line of showers and thunderstorms. Not a whole lot of organization. It sweeps through quickly, and ultimately we'll see rain totals low as a result of that rapid progress. So ultimately, Chris, I'm not all that optimistic about seeing too much, but the chances of you seeing something are increasing.
Yeah, just a couple days ago, we were down into like the 20 to 40% range. Now we're creeping north of 50%, up to 70% across northwest Florida. And you can see as we look at our future cast here, looking at the rainfall across the eastern part of the country. Now this is 7-day totals, but the reality is this is it for us down here into the northern Gulf Coast. We'll see that chance of rainfall here, and once we're done with that, we're not going to see anything probably between now and Christmas expected. So let's talk about how much rainfall we're going to end up seeing. Looking across northwest Florida, we're going to see this is a blend of models, so it kind of takes some of the ones that are low and some of the ones that are high and kind of averages it out. And you see we're talking about 4/10, 5/10, 8/10 of an inch of rain, 6/10 of an inch of rain. So the potential is there certainly to get a 1/2 inch of rainfall across our area. Not a guarantee by any stretch, but this is not going to be a non-event. It looks like we'll at least see some showers and thunderstorms. And that's a problem for my friends in Chipley for Christmas Fest, who that goes on Friday evening, and it goes from 3 until 9, and we'll have a chance of showers and thunderstorms during this event. Now, there will be, it's not like this is going to be a wall of water, so there's a possibility that we could see a break in there, but it's obviously not a foregone conclusion, and we're at Tuesday and we still have to Thursday, so we'll continue to kind of watch and fine-tune this because we've seen rain chances on the uptick now for the past couple of days. We watched Christmas Parade on Saturday. Y'all have nothing to worry about. Looks great. Temperatures into the 50s and 60s. That's 5 o'clock Central Time. Now, here's where we get into Christmas week. This gets us basically Christmas week, almost into Christmas Eve. And you look pretty much the entire country, there's a very high likelihood of above average temperatures over this time span from December 24th through December 30th. Rainfall, don't expect to see much. So we have to kind of make hay on Thursday with this chance of rainfall, because after that, we're not going to see a whole lot, probably through the end of the year. And you see that dry weather, the wetter stuff out to the west. So again, closer look at it, we are all in that darker shade of a high likelihood of above average temperatures across our area and a high likelihood of below average precipitation across northwest Florida Christmas Eve on almost into the new year. So here you go. More clouds tomorrow, better chance of storms on Thursday, and then smooth sailing through into next week. Now, here's what you want to look at. It does cool off a little bit Friday into Saturday. It cools down Friday, warms up Saturday, but then it continues to stay warm next week. We should see a fair amount of sunshine. Temperatures are going to be mainly into the 40s as we head into next week, but you will have a little cool down this weekend, but I don't see any freezing temperatures probably through the end of the year.
Yeah, really interesting how it kind of shapes up there to start off next week. Really warm afternoons, upper 60s, mid 70s as you get towards Christmas Eve. And then, of course, the mornings, kind of, I think, cloud coverage dependent, still cool, but that's December. They're going to be as cold as December should be. So I don't know that we'll have many complaints written into the Panhandle Weather Facebook account or emails here. I think we've done a good job for the warm weather lovers. I know there was maybe 20%, if you were to take a poll of comment sections over the last few days, about 20% of folks will be disappointed. It won't feel like Christmas here. I think warm Christmases is why I'm here.
I mean, obviously you've seen it all over the years. I've had bitterly cold Christmases, and we've had ones where it's socked in with fog.
Do you remember that one the first year of my career? It was 24 degrees, waking up in Panama City. The afternoon high was just above freezing.
Yep.
This is better.
And I've had severe weather on Christmas Eve before, sitting at the TV station, waiting for the threat to end.
It's always on a holiday.
It is always on a holiday.
Not this one,
Not
though.
this one.
We are looking good.
Not this year.
So yeah, pretty good weather pattern for folks to get outside. Quiet for us here in the Weather Center, it looks like, outside of Thursday's rain, which of course we'll monitor, but there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of juice to work with that line of showers and storms. And it's interesting how the models have shifted on that, back between like a shield of rain at times and almost a stratiform, very light rain, and then a little bit more dotted cells out there. So I think we get a mix of both, and that lends itself to maybe a little bit of work to do as we get into 2026 for rainfall.
To make up for that rainfall. We'll see. But that's going to do it for tonight's edition of Panhandle Weather Live at 6. We got a solid 20 plus minutes in this evening. I think we touched on everything. Everyone wants to know the next chance of rain, how the weekend's looking, and how's Christmas looking. We talked all about it.
Don't forget, download that Panhandle Weather app and send in your Christmas lights photos. Time's running out. We'd love to see more.
Absolutely. Y'all have a great night.